Some pretty exciting music there, Naoto.
Yeah, right. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. My name is Naoto. This is
Kevin.
Kevin from Knifewear.
From Knifewear.
Awesome. Welcome
Knifewear.
to the...
Do you know what Knifewear is?
Yes.
We're a group of stores in Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, and Ottawa in Canada that sell Japanese kitchen knives and online.
Yes.
And this is our Japanese logo
Yes.
on a camouflage hat. I found it in Mason's office, so I've stolen it because I like it. But I don't think it's for sale.
Well,
I think it's a preview of a possible
it's
thing.
A possible thing. Well, welcome to this. What's this?
This is the preview live stream.
Preview live stream of
Garage sale.
Garage sale.
Our November garage sale.
Yes.
Not to be confused with the May long weekend garage sale.
So garage sale. Our garage sale starts on November 7th, next Monday, at 8 a.m. Mountain Time.
Yep.
Until on the 13th of November. Store is going to open its doors at 10 o'clock local time.
Yeah.
So online or everything will start at 8 a.m. Mountain Time, which is actually 10 a.m. in the Eastern. So
Well, there you go.
works out. You know.
They get to sleep in a bit.
So this is the best time to get get yourself or the gift for a this holiday or Christmas season.
Well, it's time to get excited about the
Yeah.
products. So I think we really should talk about what garage sale is. So
Yes.
garage sale started years ago, about 10 years ago now. I used to go to Japan 2 or 3 times a year. I haven't recently because there's a pandemic. Have you heard about it?
It's going around.
It's kind of a bummer. It was going around, yeah. But up until then, I was going 2 or 3 times a year and buying sample knives or knives from new blacksmiths that we hadn't dealt with before. I was buying custom knives at knife shows, one-of-a-kind stuff, experiments, just special things that we basically non-regular items. So special items, special knives, special things that we didn't normally stock. I'd buy those, bring them back for the sale. And now we've also added those things. We've added special editions from different blacksmiths, special items we order from them ahead of time, as well as some scratch and dent items. We've got, if you've ever been to any of our stores, you know that we've got sample knives. You can try to cut a tomato or a potato. And sometimes those knives kind of start getting a little bit worn. So we just refurbish them and then we sell them off. Is it 50%?
It really depends.
That depends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly 50, trust me.
Yeah,
If you don't like the
it
price,
depends.
complain to somebody. No.
Well, anyways.
No, there's more.
Yeah.
And we've also got this year, we've also got some big sale on all Tsunehisa brand knives is 20% off. So this is what the garage sale is. It's a week-long sale of really unique stuff, special items, one-of-a-kinds, a lot of one-of-a-kinds, and also some really door-crusher price stuff. And we're just going to give you the preview of it here today.
Yeah, I remember like back in the first couple of years when I started at Knifewear, I remember you actually coming back in a suitcase full, actual suitcase full of knives in the suitcase. It was just...
Yeah, there was a couple years I had to buy another suit. I think you were on a trip with me once where we had bought so many knives, both of our bags were full. And I had to buy another suitcase at Don Quixote.
Yeah. So
My favorite store. I still have those, bright pink. Yeah. I love bright pink luggage because nobody else has it. When it's coming out of the thing, they're like down onto the spinny part out of the airplane, and it's got black bag, pink bag. Oh, that's mine. I never take the wrong bags.
yeah. So during the course of this garage sale, we'll have, this is our first, I guess, live stream. We'll have another more Q&A session on this coming up Friday at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. And also on the first day of our garage sale, starting at 8 a.m. It's called Garage Sale Marathon.
Yeah,
We'll
it's like,
stream probably 6, 7, whatever hours that we...
yeah, it'll be 6 or 7 hours long. It's a great time to ask the questions. We'll have calipers and a scale and measuring, so we can tell you all the dimensions of the knife if you need to know, or if you just want a recommendation, we'll give you close-up views of the knives. We'll answer all the questions we can on that day. We've also got some surprises. I think we're cooking some.
It's more like
food. We're doing some butchery demos.
Yeah. It's more like watching a TV show, like the live TV show.
Yeah, really.
It's like CTV Live in the morning, you know.
But only about knives.
Yeah, and cooking.
And I promised to ride my penny farthing bicycle around the warehouse and not fall into a whole table full of knives.
Don't
like I
worry,
may have
you
done once.
don't worry, you won't see them because it's very insecure place.
Oh, you've put up fences around now?
There's no access.
Okay,
We'll
there we
swing
go.
the camera on when we were doing it. So.
Oh, and we have a new drone that we're going to be flying around that day in the warehouse.
Oh, there you go. That'll be fun.
And I've brought some indoor fireworks.
You know,
Do you know
this
what makes them indoor fireworks?
indoor fireworks. I've
Yeah.
done it before.
I've got
and
indoor fireworks. Do you know what makes them indoor fireworks?
You,
Shooting them off
you do
indoors.
it indoors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done
I
it
got
once,
some.
and
I got some indoor bottle rockets.
Yeah, I've done it once, and I got really get into trouble when I was in third grade. Yeah.
Well,
I
we're
got
not
in
in third
trouble.
grade anymore, so
Oh,
we've
here you
learned
go.
how to make it more dangerous.
Right. Yeah.
I'll bring those in. That'll be fun.
This garage sale, though, we're doing something super different and cool.
You know, the show's already gone off the rails.
I'm trying to bring that real, car back.
Please do.
There you go.
Somebody has to.
So here, this garage sale, we're doing something quite a bit different. Some new. There are knives that's really hard to get,
Oh, yeah.
and that a lot of people would like to get the hands on.
Here's a secret. Here's
Here's the secret.
here. Well, here, I'll just show you this. This is a sneak preview.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. So now, Naoto, tell us about what's going on.
So, the Shibata-san, good friend of ours, he is incredible knife sharpener. He always wants to make something really new, right? They're starting from the Masakage knives with differential sharpening, as well as the Kotetsu, and this he came up he built this first one. I can't remember. He brought this with him when he came to actually Calgary.
One of the times he came.
5-6 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to remember now.
Hard to remember, but yeah, it's probably more than that.
We've been around now for what, 12 years?
Yeah, and 2 years in pandemic too, right?
Oh my
So
God.
that makes it really
Yeah.
difficult to count. So this knife here, let's go. He calls it Tinker.
I guess he calls the company Tinker, or this line of knives Tinker.
Yeah.
And this knife itself is called the Tank, because he thinks it looks like a tank.
Yeah.
And do you want to know the kind of a secret about Tank?
What's that?
This tank is the knife embodiment of Ikeda-san,
Mhm.
who runs Anra-san's forge. So this is Tank, and apparently Shiba keeps threatening me that there's another knife coming out called Big Tank, and that's me. And he says it's kind of somewhere between this and a Sobakiri,
Oh.
but I haven't seen one. He just keeps threatening. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard about it for now 5 years now.
I know there's a new knife shape coming up too, but here is a tank.
What? You know something I don't again?
You do know. You've seen them on the Instagrams and stuff.
Oh,
We're
I
getting
know
them.
what it is. I know it is.
So here, this is a tank. That's a fantastic little multi-purpose knife, forged by Ikeda-san, Aogami Supercore, stainless glass. It's very rare to see them. Oh, is that the? Are you holding it
I'm
Like
holding it on
back?
the same
in the
plane.
back?
This is mini Tank. So I put it here.
And
We'll
here.
look about the same
Here you go.
size. There we go. But
So-
yeah, if we put them on the same plane, you can see the difference between the tank and the mini tank.
So he started making this shape called mini tank, about 130 mil. This is what about 180, 130 mil mini tank.
Basically a paring knife.
Yeah.
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 A
You
paring,
can
a paring
pair,
cleaver.
yeah,
A paring
paring
cleaver.
cleaver. So this one, it's a 1-on-1, right?
There you go.
Yeah. So when he makes every single tanks or the Tinker knives, he put the date and also how many he made. This mini tank, there's only one of one.
That's right.
And because it's so hard
On May
to
20th or
Yeah,
May
May
18th, 2020.
maintain, because it's so hard to get these knives, the growing list of the wait list was just
Well, this time last year, the wait list was 250 people.
Mhm.
And that was about a 25-year supply of
we
knives, right?
get like
and
10,
then,
12 a year.
and you said it's over 500 now, the
Yeah.
wait list. Right.
So-
So it's basically impossible to get these knives.
So
And the wait list is just it's cruel.
Yeah.
It's
So what we
cruel.
decided is to do a raffle. So there is a link in our description, the video that you're watching right now, below. Go there.
Go there
and, leave
and
your
also
email
ring
address
ring
and
the bell
Ring the bell.
and ding the ding.
Yeah.
Or what
Like
are you supposed
sub-
to say? What are you supposed to
Like
say?
and subscribe.
Naoto, what are you supposed to say? Nathan. You're supposed to say ring the bell
Yeah,
And,
smack the bell and hit the subscribe and click
he's
the like.
useless. He's our director. You're supposed to subscribe or something and ring a bell. What does it ring a bell mean?
That's a subscription.
Was that subscribe?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we'll do that.
Yeah.
When we're down there,
Yeah.
follow the link to the raffle.
The raffle, yes.
Sorry, I'm feeling
So-
distracting today.
So leave your name and the email address. You'll be entered on the raffle. On the first day of the garage sale, we'll draw the name and send you an email. You will have 24 hours. If you win, you have 24 hours to make a purchase. So we have 3 regular size tanks, 1 mini tank. As well,
Okay, I'll let you open this. This is really exciting.
this here, again, another knife that's really, really hard to come by. Let's go Shigefusa. He is one of the, considered to be one of the best kitchen knife maker. Izuka-san and two of his sons making hand-folded Damascus. So this is his Kitaeji model. So you can see the really nice Damascus. And he is the blacksmith who came up with this Kitaeji for the functionality, not just the look.
But kills it on the look.
Yeah, kills on the look for
Kills it
sure.
on the look.
Yeah, it comes with the saya as well.
And you know Bob Kramer,
Mhm,
American blacksmith of some fame. He reckons, in his opinion, Shigefusa is the best blacksmith in Japan. That's his estimation. When the last time I was chatting with Bob,
Mhm.
and because we're buddies apparently, because I had this way to say it. But I had a deal with Bob. So anyway,
Yeah.
we talked about Shigefusa and other Japanese blacksmiths, and he was telling me that this is probably the best blacksmith in Japan. But then he also told me he only met 2 blacksmiths in Japan. So
The
Take it as you like.
Masashi-san's favorite blacksmith is
who's
Masashi's favorite.
is Shigefusa?
Yeah.
Oh.
That tells you something.
Well, both of those blacksmiths, if both of those guys pick
Yeah.
Shigefusa,
Mm.
okay, there's something going on there.
Masashi picks actually the son, the Masayuki-san.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I mean, like Masayuki-san's the actually guy who actually forges these days. So I bet this is forged by Masayuki-san. Anyways, so these 5 knives in total are going to go on the raffle.
Thanks. I'm just asking Sky for another cup of coffee. I'm really bad that way.
Thanks, guy. You'll be probably shaking at the end of this episode
Oh,
today.
I'm already excited now, too.
There you go.
I love garage sale.
Yeah.
Garage sale's fun. We get to see super cool stuff that we don't normally see,
Mhm.
and I just get excited.
Yeah.
And I know I'm interrupting again. I'm excited today. And one thing I've got to admit, you know the rules
Mhm.
on like staff,
Mhm.
including myself, are not allowed to buy garage sale knives until after the first Monday. So none of us are allowed to buy knives until our store's closed after the first Monday. I did something that I've never done before, and you know what I did.
Yes.
I found one of the Morataka N knives. It was a 240. We got 2 of the 240s. Thank you so much, Scott. 2 of the 240s and 2 of the 210s that are from Morataka-san. They're Damascus steel. They're his gorgeous knives. I wanted one for a long time, and I kind of accidentally grabbed one of the 240s myself, and then asked not to put a special handle on it.
Yes.
Which you did. Thank you. It's beautiful.
Yeah. No problem.
It's beautiful. I'm excited. I'm going to use that knife tonight for dinner,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
it's right here.
It's right there.
Ta-da! Anyway, that's why I'm excited about garage sale, is because we get to see. I don't know if the camera's going to focus on this properly.
Yeah.
We get to see really cool knives that we don't normally carry, and these are killer. And we've got some really exciting stuff to preview today that's coming up. We've got some great price stuff. We've got some unusual items. I heard we have a sponsor for the show. Someone told me that we have to run ads for sponsors on the
Sometimes,
show,
yeah.
which is terrifying because I have an idea of who these sponsors are. I don't think they're real.
Well, it seems like we have a video about the kind of blacksmith who we really like, and
Yes.
the guy behind that. Let's roll the video, Nathan, first, and see if we can. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
blacksmith.
Yeah, this is the video from Niagara when
Yes.
we were.
So this is or Nigara Hamono, the that blacksmith. Go Yoshizawa, relatively young blacksmith. The no stranger to the blacksmithing. He is the predecessor was swordsmith, right? His father was actually a swordsmith as well. Two different workshops for the sharpening, and this is a forging.
This looks like a really clean new workshop.
Relatively. But the see how big of a stack that he is working.
Oh my god!
Look at that.
So how many layers is that? And what is it? Like that's a ton of steel.
It's a ton of steel.
So when you see Kagura-san in my book, for example, in the Knifewear book, you see the billet that he starts with.
Yeah,
it's probably
about 1/3, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe half.
Yeah.
But my god, that's huge.
So that's the basically layers of steel to start from, right?
Oh yeah, I know what that is. Maybe you should tell people
so
what that is.
That one is actually a stack of layers of steel. He puts in the forge, and with a little bit of whatchamacallit, they use a little powder to forge weld stuff, and he forge welds multi layers of steel, about probably like this big, right?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And make it into the rivets about inch thick.
And then gives him a fold.
Yeah. So he folded at least once in front of our eyes, like when he was doing this. It's crazy. But end results is the this line or the series of knives that he calls folklore,
which I've also heard is described as a demon slayer.
Yes.
Especially when it's used for sake. So maybe you can tell me about this. I know about this phrase. How do you say it in Japanese again?
Onigoroshi. Onigoroshi. Yeah.
Which is oni. This guy here.
Oni,
on the sleeve. I mean, you're too little, but when we get big again, people can see the sleeve on your shirt.
Yes.
So this is
Onigoroshi.
Killer.
Yeah.
So a troll or a demon.
Yeah. Demon
and like
slayer.
I said, sometimes I see it associated with sake.
Yeah. There's the brand called the Onigoroshi, right? But like he look how like thin it had become. Right?
That's still a monster chunk of steel.
And they had the really nice workshops with the bell sanders and sharpening wheels.
It's so modern and clean and new.
And
like I compare this to Morataka-san's workshop that's 400 years old.
Right.
Right? Or Iwasaki's shop.
Yeah. I really like the Yoshizawa-san's workshop because there are a lot of young guys.
Well, you said that, and you said it was important to have the sharpening and the forging in separate rooms. What was the reason for that?
It just has a.
Oh, just is that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not the. But yeah, we have the those Damascus blade, Damascus finish, the Sekimaru Yanagi, as well as like this really fancy handled this R2 in the core, stainless with the look at that handle.
Oh, well, this is the knife I have. So I've got one of these from Nigara Hamono, and I'll tell you what, man. I took it on the first time I had it. I took it on holiday. Do you take knives when you go on holiday? Oh, you go to Airbnb, man. They never have a good knife.
Right.
You know, like some kind of serrated steak knife. It's so shitty.
Right.
So I always take a knife and a cutting board often, and a peeler, things I like. And yeah, it was so sharp, so light, and looks cool.
I know. It's really, really nice and thin, and it was really, really thin. It was thinner.
Okay,
actually.
the first one, the ones you and I have were like
It
first
was
round, and they
really
were too thin. But
Yeah.
you talked to them, right?
Yeah, I talked to them saying, "Hey, it's really too thin." So they actually made it improved the edge durability by sharpening it a little bit more like it's called clamshell grind.
Yeah, concave or convex.
Convex, yeah.
Convex.
Makes it a little more convex edge. So this is one of the results.
Okay, well, let's show this one first.
All right.
Because that was the one that was in the video.
Yeah. So this was the one on the video. You can see beautiful layers.
Oh, it's stunning.
It's got really nice like marks here, But this is how most Damascus, I guess, like layers of knives looks like.
Yeah. Well, And is there a price on that guy? No, it's free. So
This
that's
one is
good.
14.
Except it's 1,499
Something.
small Canadian
Yeah,
dollars.
Yes.
And we should probably mention that if you're in the States watching this, now's the time to buy from Canada.
Yeah.
Because our dollar is worth nothing right now.
Right now, it's really.
Basically, what, like a $1,500 knife is like $1,100 American. It's crazy.
So
Probably
this
less.
is his,
Anyway,
troll killer. So
I've only seen one in real life for the first time today.
Oh.
Here. This is crazy. Tell me about this.
how it looks is that this like black part right here, the dark part,
Mhm.
he's done something
Well-
to show this. With this,
Because it looks like a hammer,
yes.
but it's following the contours of the
Mhm,
blade.
mhm.
So I don't know what he's done. You don't know what he's done.
I have an idea of what he's done,
Yeah.
but the
Is it a secret? Do we have to talk about it when the camera's not on?
Yeah,
Okay, we can do that.
We can
do
right? But look at how beautiful this.
Listen, we're gonna see the 210
Mhm.
Gyuto troll killer coming up later in the show. There's a video.
240.
Was it
You mean-
240?
yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes me feel sweaty.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
so
beautiful.
stunning,
It's I get a lot of knives through my hands. You know, we get a lot of
Yeah,
knives through our
yeah.
hands. We get to see a lot of exceptional craftsmanship, a lot of exceptional work from blacksmiths all over. And these are something
Yeah,
special.
This is like
This was 4,500 small Canadian dollars for
Yes.
that guy. And I know it's a lot of money, $4,500, but I don't actually think it's overpriced. Right? It's what did that guy? I met a guy once said, I make products they cost a lot, but they're not expensive.
They're not expensive. They just cost a lot
Yeah,
of money.
my products they're not expensive. They just cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
And meaning the quality
Mhm.
reflects the price.
Right.
Like it's not overpriced. They're expensive,
Mhm. Yeah.
but a lot of work and a lot of skill. That's
a lot of skill. Yeah.
like that's cool.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit.
Well, listen, guys, we got some sponsors today, and they're going to be
Hmm.
upset with us if we don't play their videos.
There's two people behind the camera that you can't see. There's Sky, who's really in charge of everything, who just brought me a coffee. And I
Pour coffee
really,
and stuff.
really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Sky. And there's this idiot called Nathan. And you've probably seen him in videos before. He's the voice that you hear that there's like, we're not doing a ventriloquist act. It's just Nathan shouting at us, telling us, act more, be better. He's got such helpful hints there. He's just a jerk. But if you hear a voice shouting out from the background, it's not God. We're not doing ventriloquism. It's just Nathan likely being mean to us. But he has something to show you. Roll it, Nathan.
Are you or a loved one suffering from dull kitchen knives?
My bruschetta used to be made with squished tomatoes and bruised basil.
I couldn't get through a soup without my knife going dull.
It's so humiliating to show up and people ask you, oh, why do you have a Band-Aid on your hand? I cut myself with a super dull knife.
Life was hard, and I couldn't figure out why my knife was going dull so quickly. I'm ashamed to say it, but I even put it in the dishwasher.
But then I discovered honing my knife, and everything changed.
But now, it's delicious, fresh, brightly flavored. Do you know why? I found honing.
But then, I learned how to hone my knife.
I can do more for my knife and in the kitchen.
My knife can still do a good job.
And I'll only have to do it once a week.
And I only have to do it once a week.
No more squished tomatoes!
Honing your knife is not sharpening your knife. Side effects may include grating knife noises, impressing your friends, and startling sharpness. Remember, a ceramic honing rod is not a steel. If you're hearing unhappy knife noises, stop what you're doing and contact your local knife expert. Ask your local knife store about sharpening if honing is not enough for your knife.
To help keep my knife sharp, I invest in a honing rod so I can invest in my food.
Well, there you have it.
I didn't
There
know.
you have it. I didn't know that was a disease to be suffering
Yeah,
from.
I didn't know we had a lot of like such great actors.
Did you notice there was a couple of cameos of staff? I saw Mike there
Yeah.
with his terrible knife techniques. I saw Nolan with a cut finger. I saw a cameo from Sky,
Yeah.
who is one, the boss of everything, and two, brings me coffee still, which is so kind of you. So thank you again, Sky. Thanks, thanks for the coffee. Because I needed it today because I've been having a hard time falling asleep.
That was
No, I haven't. I'm fired up now, Toe.
that's
I'm
a
fired
good
up.
sponsor.
Fired up.
Yep. Well, I'm glad that there's a good sponsor behind our
But this is serious. This is a serious point, though.
Yep.
When you get a knife from us, make sure you get a ceramic honing rod. Don't try to use the rough steel ones. You might come with a European knife set, because those rough steel ones couldn't put little micro chips in your blade, whereas the smooth ceramic steel, the honing rods will fix it up. Think of it like a comb, right? You when you have a beautiful haircut like Naoto, you don't have to get a haircut every time your hair gets messy. Just use a comb.
Yeah.
Until one day the comb doesn't work, or one day the honing rod doesn't really get your knife back to where it wants, then you need your knife sharpened. So bring it to us then. Yeah. That's a beautiful video. It's very nice music.
Yeah,
it was very touching. It was very touching.
Yeah.
It's very touching. This is their job.
They must have a really
This
fun
is their job.
They must have had really
I don't
fun,
know.
yeah.
I don't know what's going on anymore. I used to know what happened in this company, but now I just barely. I'm not even invited to things anymore.
We invited you to this.
Do you know when we moved to the new office? You know this now. We moved to a new office, and I was looking at the blueprints. I said, "Mike, where's my office?" And he said, "Well, you don't get one." But I want an office, but he wouldn't even let me have an office here. So I actually have to sit on the couch at the front door or in the kitchen. That's how mean they are to me. But they give me free hats. Sorry, we should probably talk about things that are important.
Yes. So,
I don't know what's going on.
Christmas is coming.
Are we staying on track? Are we on time?
This is
How are we doing?
We're doing
Okay,
great.
we're doing great.
This is a good time to talk about the Christmas gifts, right? Christmas
is
gifts.
coming.
Christmas coming every year.
Every year.
Every year.
Every year it's coming. Every year.
There's no skip. There's like
December
people
25.
25th. yeah,
Every year.
Every year.
Every year.
So be
For
prepared, right?
2,000 years.
Yes, exactly. 2000, 20 whatever years, right? So Christmas coming. Everyone knows about that. As Kevin likes to mention, we at the stores we close at the on 24th, the Christmas Eve. The stores will close at 2 p.m.
It's the only day we're really firm about closing
Yeah,
time.
and
Because you've had 365 days to prepare.
exactly. So prepare yourself a little bit early. We're here to kind of help you do that as well. So this garage sale is going to be great.
Let's talk about Christmas gifts for a second. I think for Christmas gifts, what you really want to do, if you're going to give someone a knife, for example, you want it to be something easy to take care of, meaning stainless steel, right? Because carbon steel can rust. I always liken carbon steel to records, LPs. If you're the kind of person that wants to take care of a turntable and the needle and take care of your records and clean them and baby them, probably you can deal with a carbon steel knife. If you're not that person, just get stainless steel. It's easy. And with some of the new high-tech stainless steels, they stay sharp just as long or even longer than carbon steel. Sometimes they're trickier to sharpen, but that's where we come in. So just bring the knife back to us. And any knife bought from us, the first sharpening, including if it needs a repair the first time, is free. Free. How much? Free. First time.
Yeah.
We're like drug dealers that way. Second time, I'm going to charge you. So Christmas is coming. I think these knives, these Tsunehisa knives, are great for a Christmas gift. And Naoto, I was going to tell you why.
Yeah. So the Tsunehisa knives, it's the series of knives made by the actually different knife makers and manufacturers in around Japan. And it's like mostly handmade with the really like modern technology attached to it. Mostly, right? The handmade, like there are a lot of craftsmanship goes in, but the forging technique may be a little bit more modernized.
Well, some of the blades are stamped, which means they have like a big sheet of paper, like behind me here, this way, behind me here, you can see all the blades that have been stamped out of a piece of steel. Sometimes it's a stamp knife that they grind, or sometimes they've forged it with roller forges, which is really interesting, but we're not going to get into that. It's just so you know, roller forge is really cool, stretches the blade out, and there's no hammer, so
Yeah.
it never captures well on video.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like a pasta machine, though.
That's what it says. It's like a pasta
Yeah,
machine.
yeah.
Or like a dough roller if
Yeah,
you've ever
dough
worked in
roller, yeah,
bakery.
Yeah. But anyways, so these are great. During the garage sale, we were doing the 20% off sale on these guys. For example.
So Tsunehisa and I, if we one thing we got to say is I actually think they're priced lower than their value. Like I think they're a great value. I think they're less expensive than they should be already. And for the garage sale, for the week of the garage sale, we're doing 20% off all Tsunehisa knives, which brings them to a ridiculous price. Like look at that guy there.
Something like this. We have a whole series of this Tsunehisa VG10 Tsuchime with the Damascus finish. It's all stainless steel. It's easy to take care of. It's got really nice, beautiful Damascus on this right here, and got a really nice hammer pattern. Yeah. And this particular petty is 155 millimeters for 143, but usually it's 114 with the price. Something like this is, I think, really good.
That's a smoking deal too.
Yeah. This one here has the carbon steel core. So as Kevin was mentioning, it's not all stainless steel, but it is clad or it's sandwiched with the stainless steel on the outside. So it's relatively easy to take care of. Great thing about carbon steel is that it keeps and takes really, really fine edge compared to the stainless steel counterpart.
Both stainless steels.
Yes.
There are some exceptions.
There are some exceptions. But this one here, the 172 for the Santoku to start with the 20% off, it's like 137.
Kooky. Tsunehisa knives, I think they're beautiful. I think they're all easy to take care of, most of them, and just a great gift. So if you have, what are you pointing at, Nathan?
Further back.
Oh, go back. No,
Yeah, there you go.
the camera's not focusing properly.
I want to show
But
the.
if you have weddings to take care of, if you want to buy some Christmas presents for your staff, like maybe you got some staff you want to buy some Christmas presents for. I know we've got a number of realtors in almost in every city. Just give it a roll there. No, just roll it back and forth. There you go. We've got realtors in just about every city that buy some of these knives for a gift after you buy a house, which I think is tremendous. I know that last house I bought, I got a serrated Cutco knife from my realtor as a joke, and I almost stabbed him.
Here.
It's a true story. Yeah, I do. So yeah, I think they're great for gifts. I think they're great for, especially corporate gifts. And we've done a lot of these as corporate gifts where people are just buying knives for their staff. The great thing about a knife as a gift too is you're going to have it forever. So every time you use it, you're going to go, remember that guy? Guy that gave me this knife? I think he's a jerk now, but at the time, what a nice guy.
So
or something like
this.
that.
What's that other guy you got there, Nato?
It's got really look at this unique, beautiful layers of Damascus on this blade.
That blade's really unique.
So, with the Kevin's favorite red handle.
I love red handle knives. I get roasted by it, the staff here, but if a knife has got a red handle or a pink handle, I'm pretty much guaranteed I'm going to buy it.
So this one here is the ZA18, very similar steel to the VG10 stainless steel. $298.
So $300 normally, which is a steel, and $238.
$238.
It's like $238
stainless
after the 20% off.
It's beautiful finish. I love this one too.
I kind of feel like the infomercial.
I know.
I kind of feel like the shopping network.
Super thin.
But the problem is, I think these knives are a really good deal. I just think they're smart.
Super thin ZA18. This is also the Tsunehisa. This like beautiful Damascus. This is it was $237. It's $189. Just below
I've spent
$200.
$189 on things that disappointed me a lot more and lasted only a day, like a hotel room. So there you go.
There you go.
Smoking deal. We've also got these whale knives. Here, grab a couple of these whale knives now, so we can pretend they're swimming. Oh, what was that sound? I don't like when you pick up a knife and then it sounds like I'm being murdered. Look at these whales swimming through the ocean. Woo! So these whales, these knives are built to look like whales. It's a tradition in Tosa on Shikoku Island, apparently, to make knives that look like whales. especially ones that are swimming. So these are normally $67, but we bought a big stack of them recently, and we're able to get the price down to 45 small Canadian dollars on these guys. And I like them. I think they're cool. I think they're a great gift just because they're fun and quirky. I also like, I know that Mike, it's that one there.
Yeah.
Mike's got a set of 6 of those at home that he uses for steak knives. I think that's cool. So they're a good craft knife. I've seen people wrap the handles with some paracord to make them like a fixed blade knife that you can take camping. I don't know. And for $45, it's just a smoking deal. I think those are fun. And now we've got these guys.
Yes. These.
In fact, we should show this one because this one's in the.
Oh, you like that?
It's in the film.
color too.
And the color's purple.
Yeah, the color's perfect. So this one, it's called Tenugui. You know what the Tenugui means?
It means thing you tie on your head.
Yes, you do. But no. Tenugui means to wipe your hand. So it's a Japanese handkerchief.
Yep.
Right. So this one here is made with more like there is a difference between the print like this.
Yeah, that's
you
printed
print them
on.
on. Print it on.
And it's kind of like
it's
paint
like
and plastic,
paint and
kinda.
plastic. Where this one here is actually dyed.
Well, and you can also get it woven, right? But when you get it woven, you get a front and a back, so they get a negative. So you get a pattern in a thing.
No woven. There's no woven Tenugui.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, I'm just talking about fabric.
Oh, okay, yeah, fabric.
You can have woven that gives you the front side looks good, the back side looks the opposite, kind of crappy. You can get screened, which is just one side, or you can get this, which is dyed, and it's both sides are exactly the same.
Yes.
And it's beautiful.
So this one's done by hand. It's actually the this guy in the Sakai. Actually, they are made in Sakai. This guy in Sakai. This is actually a tradition in Sakai making this type of tenugui.
Right.
100% cotton, and it's all dyed. So it's like it's dyed, and the two sides are the same. Great thing about this is that it absorbs the water really, really good. It's like really, really absorbent. It's not like chamois absorbent, but the
nothing's like chamois.
But these are
that's
much
like
better.
saying our knives are as good as slap chop.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Right,
Slap chop's way better than these knives.
Chamois terrible.
My God!
Anyway, I had them before.
You just slap that thing and then you throw it over your shoulder, and you can say zing,
which
linguine, bikini, fettuccine.
Yeah, right.
I love that ad. I love that ad, man. I would totally buy a slap chop.
You may see that later. Something like this is really good. We kind of sell them. Well, I use them for like everyday dishcloth because it's absorbs the moisture.
And you can
really
polish your wine glasses with it.
Yes, it's really
really
nice.
good polishing.
And also I have like few really old ones that I use it for cleaning glass with and stuff.
Yeah, because once they get old, they get really, really soft too.
Yeah, and also it's great to wrap your gift with. So you have the not only just the gift wrap, you can just you gift this, and they can use them for really, really nice stuff.
And I think we have a video that shows when you visited their factory in Sakai. Is that true?
Sure.
Or is that am I leaping ahead to where I'm not supposed to be?
You're exactly where you're supposed to be.
Oh, okay, good. Whoa.
But here you go. So that's how they first they put the clay on the place that they don't want to dye, right?
So just like Ukrainian Easter eggs.
Yes.
You put the wax on where you don't want the color.
Exactly. So this is made with the white piece of fabric or the cotton, then put the clay and put that on evenly. It's so hard. Like they do it in just one stroke, and they pour the dye.
Oh, it looks like a big teapot.
Yes. And like what's incredible is that when they make a color, it's like a Chinese chef, soy sauce, salt, oyster sauce, that kind of stuff. They do it by just looking at them. We tell them this is the purple we want. They're like, and water. Yeah.
So they just make the colors to order.
Yeah.
And he nailed it.
He nails it.
Okay.
He nails it. And that's how they wash.
I like the big concrete river it floats down.
Yeah.
Look at that.
They have to be separated from the the river.
Well, yeah, no, I bet traditionally they did it in the river.
They did.
But now you don't do it in the river because that's now we know that we
yeah.
probably shouldn't poison ourselves
yeah.
so badly. What did he put it in now?
That's
kiln?
a huge.
It's a spinner.
Spinner. It's
it takes the excess water out.
Yeah. Then it's really simple, right? It's really simple, and they hang it to dry.
Look at how tall this room is. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So it's just
And
like they're dying
there's no
whole-
safety
They're,
bar.
they're
up there,
dying
right?
whole bolts of cotton.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they cut them.
Then they cut them, yeah, to order.
They cut them. So, this is the called yagasuri. It's the arrowhead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the arrowhead.
Ah, so for spearfishing for fish and for hunting, I guess, wild boar in the Japanese countryside.
It's just a really traditional pattern
Oh,
in
well,
Japan. Like
I was hoping.
Yeah.
I was hoping there was going to be wild boar involved.
no.
You know, Sanjo always tells me he always makes these really big hunting knives for me and says, "This is for you to go and kill a bear with in the forest." I don't know if Saji's serious or not. If he wants me to go attack a bear with a knife,
If
but I'm not going to.
If you think about Japanese bear, you're thinking too big a bear, like Canadian bear.
I'm thinking Canadian bear. Okay.
Right. Japanese bears are smaller.
They're like house hippos.
Unless you go to the Hokkaido, which becomes a grizzly. But if you're staying in main island, you don't see the grizzly. It's a little bit more smaller, like your size bear.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's
Listen.
why, yeah.
Naoto and Saji-san, if you're watching, I don't plan to fight a bear with a knife. Just saying, I don't plan on it. It's not a thing.
So that's why Saji-san says, they don't think of polar bear size
Oh!
or the grizzly bear, right?
All right.
Anyway.
So you're going to show us how to use this.
Yeah.
This is a clever gift. Buy the Tsunehisa petty
Mhm.
and then wrap it in the cloth, and then they get 2 gifts from it.
Yeah, it's like basically like really easy to wrap your
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
wrap it up and
wrap it up and
tie a knot, and get your friend to put your finger there. There you go.
Yeesh.
It's tough, isn't it?
Yes.
We even got a video from last Christmas on the channel. People.
So
wanna learn
something
how to
like
tie
this. So it's pretty simple. This piece of fabric is really useful thing, right? You can
And this is also the thing that you tie on your head.
use it as a
sometimes.
bandana as well.
So why? Because I've heard that students will sometimes tie them on their head for exams.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yes, they
and,
do.
and it's always at festivals. I see people. do this.
Yes.
So is there a significance to that?
It just really, I think it just put them in a mood, like I'm gonna do it. It's just like really
Oh, so it's like
their
like inspiration.
commitment and inspiration. Yeah. I don't know if doing this gives them anything.
but a psychological advantage.
Probably.
Well, I like that. I
Probably.
like that.
Yeah.
I was going to say you can wrap your gifts like that. Apparently, Nathan was saying that there's a video on our website. I know there's a video of how to wrap a fundoshi. No, not a fundoshi. That's a totally different thing.
We'll make that video some other time.
Yeah.
No,
No.
If times get really hard, we need to make some extra cash.
What I meant was furoshiki, which is
Yeah.
like the big claws
Bigger,
that we
yeah.
sell for
Yeah.
wrapping a gift.
Yeah.
A fundoshi is traditional underwear, like you see in sumo wrestling.
Yes.
And Naoto apparently is going to do a video with Lordy and Mike about how to tie your fundoshi.
Fundoshi is
that'll be very exciting.
much more simple. It's basically like a piece of fabric like this is with a string.
Yeah, and you just
And
kind of
the sumo wrestling is just
use it to
different.
cover your modesty ever so slightly.
Yeah.
And then there's a technique to tying them up. Maybe we should start doing fundoshi days.
Well, they can wear it underneath.
Because
They should.
I know in Japan, or I've been told in Japan that February 14th is Fundoshi Day.
No.
Do I know something about Japan
It's
you don't know?
it's a Valentine's Day.
No, it's Fundoshi Day.
It's Valentine's Day. You
also
don't wear
Fundoshi
Fundoshi on
Day.
a Valentine's Day.
Well, it depends what event you're going to.
And I'm sure there is a Fundoshi Day, which is not February.
It's February 14th. Okay, somebody look this up.
Okay.
For once, I'm gonna know something about Japan that Naoto doesn't.
Oh, okay.
In the meantime,
I'm throwing down the challenge.
maybe related, but we have a couple of questions.
Oh, we got questions.
Trevor Pinnicky was asking, wait a minute. Where's the Halloween gear, guys?
It's a pre-recorded. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, we recorded this in May, but we're answering your question now because we
Live.
guessed what the question would be. Do you know what happened?
What?
Poor planning. But here, I brought
Well, I got a
Halloween
candy.
candy
Yeah,
for us. We
yeah,
got rockets,
yeah.
which, by the way, in the States, these aren't called rockets, are they?
No, it's Smarties.
These are called Smarties, which is weird. They got the names all wrong.
Also, February 14th is indeed Fundoshi Day.
Oh my god!
Oh!
Oh my god!
February 14th is Fundoshi Day in Japan.
Right. Because
Naoto.
Doshi.
Naoto Fujimoto.
No, it actually makes sense.
Maybe.
Because makes sense.
Maybe you're not Japanese.
Doshi.
Oh.
Okay, well, Joyce,
Alrighty.
we're talking about sample knives.
Mhm.
Old sample knives that we're selling. So they're asking if somebody can cut a tomato with the troll killer so they can get 50%. Oh.
If I cut a tomato with a troll killer, the price is going to go up 50%. So, Joycey, if you're prepared to pay 50% extra, you can get a knife that was bothered by former non-celebrity chef me. So there you go. Nathan and Mike are dressed as Naoto and Kevin. What are you saying? What are they wearing?
They're Halloween costumes.
Yeah, Halloween costumes.
Well, I'll tell you what. I know that
So it's
Mike.
Nathan, and you're Mike.
Well, I'm Mike. Yeah. No, I'm wearing the Kevin Kent disguise that I bought at the store. It's just a shitty wig and some fake Elvis sunglasses.
Fake skin.
Watch this. Yeah. All right.
Alrighty.
All right, well, we got a word from our next sponsor.
No.
Oh, another sponsor.
An exciting
We're
new
so
cutting
rich.
invention. Kevin, you were really excited about this one.
Yeah.
This is
You were.
Whack Chop.
Oh, piss off.
Hey, it's Nate with Whack Chop. You're going to be in a great mood all day because you're going to be whacking your troubles away. Now look, here's a potato. 1 whack, you got big chunks for stews. 2 whacks, home fries in a second. And look at this. You add a mushroom. The more you do it, the finer it gets. You don't have to switch any blades. You love salad, you hate making it. Take the stringy celery, take the carrots. Salad! I love pizza too, but once in a while, get the veggies in. At least put them on top of the pizza. This tuna looks boring. Stop having a boring tuna. Stop having a boring life. Here's a hard-boiled egg. 1 chop, you add the pickle, you add the green onion. And then what you can do is you can mix things together. You add the ham, you don't have time to make breakfast. You can live an exciting life now. Breakfast to go. You're gonna love my nuts. Watch this. 1 finger. It's so easy, kids can do it. They're gonna charge you $1 for toppings at the ice cream store. What about fruit? Put a mango. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Put that on your ice cream. Here's the garlic. With the skin, there you go. De-skins the garlic. The onions. With the skin, this is making you cry, it's making me cry. Life's hard enough as it is. You don't want to cry anymore. The skin's at the bottom. Hey, look at this. You want a little bit of onion? You don't want to drag out the food processor? The skin comes right off. We're gonna make America skinny again, 1 whack at a time. The Whack Chop sells for $199.95. But if you call now, we can't do this all day, we'll throw in the ceramic honing rod for 50% off.
Knifewear is not liable for any damage done to your knife as a result of using it as a whack chop. Side effects of using your Japanese knife as a whack chop might include chipping, twisting, scraping, folding, premature dulling of the edge, and more. Please consult your local knife expert before using your knife as a whack chop.
See,
So
you didn't know. You didn't know.
I had no idea.
You had
I was
no
talking
idea.
about slap chop
Yes,
earlier.
you did.
I had no
Yeah,
idea.
you were.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Nate, look, you can like de-skin an onion, chop a mango. What is wrong with these people?
I love how he had the.
Yeah, I was disappointed he didn't say fettuccine bikini linguine and throw it over his shoulder. That's the best part of that.
That was just a USB dongle taped to my glasses.
I just have to say that these people, this is their job.
Great.
I don't
Very
know. I think
creative.
I've got a friend that's watching me live because my pocket has buzzed for texts about 20 times since so I think people are texting me to see because that's my favorite trick.
Right.
If you ever see a friend of yours like on the news or on live TV, call them. See if they turn their phone off.
Well,
it's so funny. It's my favorite trick.
Coco Fiasco.
Coco
watch the
Fiasco.
Slap
I love
Chop
your name.
commercial. Went to watch the Slap Chop commercial after it was mentioned and came back to our version.
I didn't even know that was happening. I predicted the future.
And John's incredibly impressed with my acting skills. Thank you, John.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this has gone off track. What are we supposed to talk about? I've got it.
So-
Nathan gives us scripts that we're supposed to read. I haven't even looked. I haven't even glanced at it.
So we have the. Now we're talking about the host's favorite knives from the garage sale. Here, bring that the host.
Okay. Oh, you're being professional.
Yes, I'm.
Oh, good.
At least.
Someone's got to keep this train on the tracks.
So here's our favorites.
I'll tell you what. My favorite's not in here, but I'll tell you about that later.
There you go.
This here, I'm excited about this. The Hatto And how do I say
Ebuchi.
Ebuchi. Ebuchi.
Ebuchi-san is this blacksmith in the Sekai that makes like fantastic blades, but he's like kind of I'm not undercover, but he's not really popping up as the other blacksmith because he doesn't belong to any of those.
What I love about this is I love how thick the spine is.
Mhm.
And then since he grinds it so high.
Well, it's the Maruyama-san's grind,
Oh,
right?
that's my,
So
oh,
Ebuchi-san
that makes
forges
sense.
it, and
Yeah, yeah.
Maruyama-san grinds it. It's so high, so although it's really a thick spine, it cuts super
Oh,
smooth.
dude, I know. And do you like what I've done with my nails?
Yeah,
They
you
look
cut
pretty
your
good,
nails
hey?
really fast.
Yeah, well,
Like,
and I
yeah.
painted them. I pointed them and painted them black.
Yeah, but you cut them today. Yeah. So here,
Hey, look, I lost the tattoo on my hand.
this one here is really nice too. The Hatsukoko or Shinkiro. Shinkiro means
Oh,
Mirage. 240
this
and
is
210 are
gorgeous.
available. Alchemy Super and the carbon steel Damascus. It's beautiful finish, but he actually learned. He is based in Fukushima in Japan,
Yeah.
and he learned the forging and sharpening skills in Sanjo. So the style of the display is really nice.
Ah.
Sanjo style. It's got really nice convex grind on the bevel and really thin behind the edge as well.
What I like about that knife is when you pick it up, even if you don't know
Mhm.
anything about knives, you pick it up and you just look at it briefly and you go, "Man, this is a nice knife."
Yeah.
It's like one of
Right?
those things that you just know it's quality, even if you don't know a damn thing.
Right.
And if you do know something, oh hey, Muchan or Mutsumi,
Mutsumi Hinoura.
Mutsumi Hinoura. Yeah, these are great. Quiet elegance, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like he doesn't make a lot of fuss.
Mhm.
The knife doesn't shout, look at me, look at me. It's just, each one is just so perfectly done. He leaves them black, but I love the karochi he
Mhm.
has on them. I think the grinds are perfect on
Yeah.
them. You can see the core steel is just
enough, right?
just enough all the way through on both sides,
Mhm.
and all of his knives are like that.
So even too, right? And the handle is really actually nice, nice touch too.
There's that new handle maker in
Mhm.
Sanjo that's making these great handles, and I'm really excited. I don't know what this one is.
This one here, we actually had this knife before. Yoshimune is the engraving. The Kawamura-san is the name of the blacksmith in Sanjo. So
Right.
this one here is made with the white carbon steel with the stainless cladding on the outside. 210 for 205. It's a smoking deal hand forged knife like that, right?
That's a smoking deal.
Yeah.
We used to get his knives
Mhm.
that have got a bit of a pattern.
It's got a little
the-
like hammer
yeah.
pattern to it, right? But it's karochi, and he makes the karochi really nice in the dark. It's beautiful. It's a little bit more rustic. It's not like Hinoura's like super straight shinogi line, but it's got
No, it's
really
got
nice.
character.
Yeah.
And $205. Yeah. That only makes it like $1,500 cheaper than Hinoura Senior's knives.
right.
So if you look at it that way, that's a great deal.
Yeah.
$1,500 cheaper.
Yeah.
Save $1,500 by that knife. It's not made by the same person or in the same way at all.
The we're
It's
talking
completely
about
not a good comparison at all. So there you go.
But yeah, that was a really good choice.
Now, what are we doing here? Why are we talking? What was this all about? I'll tell you. I see my script. I'm supposed to say this. Not now, but I'm going to say it now.
Okay.
We're talking about the Knifewear Garage Sale. The Knifewear Garage Sale starts next Monday. It starts at 8 a.m. Mountain Time online and 10 a.m. in each store. So we have stores in Calgary, Edmonton, Ottawa, Vancouver. And think of Garage Sale like Record Store Day. We have one-of-a-kinds. We have new blacksmiths that we've got. It's basically a lot of products that are not normal that we carry. So they're either unusual knives from blacksmiths we already have relationships with, or it's samples from new blacksmiths. We also have scratch and dent stuff. We have some sample knives that are retired from the stores. Each store has their own kind of scratch and dent stuff. And then there's some door crasher deals, like all them Tsunehisa knives are 20% off. I think the Tsunehisa knives are already priced to go, but by knocking 20% off, it makes them like a really crazy price. So that's what Garage Sale is. It's starting on Monday. This is a little preview of it. And I believe we were talking about Mutsumi Hinoura, who we sometimes call Muchan, because that's a cute way of saying your friend's name.
Yes.
So Chan is the honorific you. So San is the honorific you would use for adults. I would say Hujimoto-san.
Mhm.
But if we're like really good friends and we've known each other since like kids, maybe I might call you now Chan.
Yeah, I could. Like
I could.
could.
No,
It's not honorific.
explain it.
It's
Well, it's not honorific, but it's a title.
yeah. It's like it's
Chan or Kun.
yeah. It's like I don't know if it applies to say Michael, Mike, Mikey.
Oh,
Muchan is like Mikey.
yeah. It's really familiar.
It's familiar and also a little bit more child. You know.
Well, I know that Masashi-san says he calls Mutsumi. He calls him Muchan because he was like the youngest of their group.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So there was him, and who else was in that group? There was Tomo from that's it. Tojiro Atelier.
Yeah.
There was Masashi-san.
And there's the Toshiyuki. I know the first name. The the Wakui-san.
Oh, Wakui-san. Yeah.
They're all kind of the same.
Yeah, they're all kind of the same vintage. They all kind of work together.
Mm-hmm.
And Mutsumi was the young one, so they called him Muchan.
Yeah. So this
I
is his
sometimes
gyuto.
call Naoto Naochan.
Oh.
He pretends he likes it.
Oh, that's
here we go.
Yeah, the Hinoura's workshop.
So both Hinouras work here.
Yeah, the father and the son.
And something I remember about this hammer is it hits hard. Everybody's hammer is slightly different. Like you go to Fukui or Takafu, and they don't hit so hard, but they hit fast. Whereas this hammer, just when it hits, like you feel the ground shake.
That's really the because they were making hatchets and a little bit of thicker items, right? If you go to see the Munetoshi in that region, he is more the sickle maker. His hammer's fast.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So it depends on what they're used to be making, right?
Yeah. But this hammer hits hard. It's heavy and it hits. And to see these guys, because I've used like the lighter hammers in Takafu, and I've used Morataka's hammer and Takeda-san's hammer, and they're all different, but none of them hit this hard, and they always chuck me around. Like,
he hits the same spot, like he's got full control, right?
Like he's so strong. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, what I like about him is that not only he does a lot of work for himself, he is actually involved a lot in that industry too, right? So when they had the Open Factory Festival,
he's always involved in that.
He was head for a few years as well.
I guess Open Factory is a time in Sanjo and Tsubame, the two little towns that are side by side, where you can go, and most craftsmen there open the doors and give you tours. Yeah. For the weekend, I guess it is.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
They just finished it, but seems like it was a blast. Like they didn't have it like in person for the last couple of years, right?
Yeah, it was always online. Yeah. So I want to go next year because it was super fun. And they're just showing off his knives here, and we've got one in front of us here as well. And again, what I love about his knives is they're just kind of quietly confident. They're quietly classy. They don't shout. They don't scream. They don't like. There's nothing flashy about them. They're just incredible craftsmanship. Like his Kurochi, the black finish, is so black and so even, right? The way he's managed to get the steel, the core steel centered in there and exposed on both sides evenly from his grinding skills and the sharpening is just like quietly excellent knives.
And I love the profile on this gyuto too. It's got a lot more even curve towards the tip. So if you like to do a little bit more rocking slices, it's going to do really well. Where traditional Sanjo style, like Masashi-san's gyutos, have a lot more flat.
Yeah, they're flat and then they kind of curl up at the tip, but they're quite flat.
It's very distinct look to it too. Like when I see it, Hinoura-san's, although you can tell it's a Sanjo, I can also tell this is Hinoura.
Well, it's that Kurochi, like the Kurochi character and the shape.
Curve,
like you look at it and you're like, wow, it's clearly Hinoura's knife, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm happy to
Big
see.
fan. We got a lot of these too, didn't we?
Yeah, we got quite a few.
I think we've got enough that these are last probably into Christmas.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about these. I will be having one of these for sure.
So is there another sponsor coming, Nathan?
Yeah, this is this cool new clothing company.
Oh, clothing company.
New on the scene. Yeah, it's those guys. Check it out.
Oh, it just cuts out
That
like
ends.
that. Yeah,
That ends.
it cuts
They got
out like
the
that.
they got
Here
the
you
30
go.
seconds and it's over.
It cuts out. Okay.
I heard that was you singing on that track. I heard that was you. That's what I heard.
Da, da, da.
That was the ooh part.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even hear that.
Well, look at this. So we've got a bunch of new Knifewear stuff. This hat here is not part of it, but I think
This
since
one
I found
here
this on Mason's desk, one, I'm stealing it because I love it, and two, I actually think it's probably something they're looking at getting. But look at this. Check it out. You like noodles? You like noodles now, Tong? Look at that. There's your ramen bowl of ramen. Oh, there, bowl of ramen shirt. I love those. I love those stickers. I stuck one in my car.
This is pretty nice design too.
Kawaii.
Kawaii but deadly.
Means cute but deadly. And it's the puffer fish there that should I tell people? We want to write a book about puffer fish, and I think we're just going to call it this. I think that's the cover of the book. I want to write a book about puffer fish that are kawaii but deadly because I want an excuse to eat a lot of fugu, and I want an excuse to and I just think it's a topic that nobody knows anything about or very little about, other than The Simpsons. People found out about fugu on The Simpsons.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, got it wrong, you eat it, you die. And look at what Naoto's wearing.
This Oni, the
Oni Killer shirt.
Oni Killer.
I like the I have to say, I wasn't a fan of seeing the 3 down the shoulders or down the sleeves at first, but I quite like them now.
Yeah, I like this. The it's not it's the plan we're having. We're going to visit Japan pretty soon as well, and this hoping to give this to a lot of blacksmithing makers.
Oh yeah, because it's a good shirt for blacksmithing because it protects your arms.
Exactly.
Right. As a chef, I always wore the long sleeve jackets to protect my arms from burning stuff, and then I'd roll them up so I would just burn the snot out of my arms.
And
so that's not because I'm clever.
The little cap.
I like the hat.
Yeah.
I like that. I like this one. This is my new favorite one.
Yeah.
I'm stealing this one.
It's good season, right? The people will.
Those are not yet, but those are a special.
Oh, secret.
This is secrets.
These are
all right.
custom woven in Calgary, Alberta.
Custom woven in Calgary, Alberta. Look at this. It looks like a big thing on my head. Look at that.
That is what a hat is.
Hats, as I've been told recently, are an age-old bit of clothing. That's an age-old tradition. Yeah, Nathan. I was with Nathan the other day. Bought a hat. He bought a cool hat, like a wax canvas hat, and it came with a bit of marketing stuff in it, and it said, "Wearing hats is an age-old tradition."
Opening line.
I just thought,
but
how did they write this? Did they just grab somebody and say, write down 10 very boring ideas about knives or about hats? So there we go. We got this one that says Knifewear. We got this one that says, I don't know. Woo! It's very fluffy at the top. I don't know. So we've got these new hats coming, and just in time for that looks like Tsunehisa. That looks like a Damascus pattern.
Yeah. The Knifewear
is pretty cool, actually. Yeah, hand woven here in Calgary, just down the street from us.
Yeah,
by our friend Jamie, crazy Jamie. Anyway, so we got those coming.
These are coming.
I'm going to put this hat back on because I really like this hat. Somebody's calling me now. My phone has been texting and ringing constantly since I've sat down. So one of you, there's 71 people of you watching right now. One of you is a friend of mine that keeps harassing me. So well done. You've done it. You've done it. I've mentioned you. You've rung me. You've texted me. My phone has been vibrating nonstop for an hour.
Maybe you want to cruise.
Maybe I want to cruise. Maybe what's the one I always get? That I'm being arrested. That my social insurance number was compromised and they're coming to arrest me. That's a common one.
Yeah.
I don't think it's real. What do we have now?
Something that we want to remind people is that the tank and the Shigefusa.
Oh, yes.
We should.
Tell us
Right?
all about it again.
Okay.
I'm going to eat rockets, my favorite. Halloween
Alrighty.
candy.
So
I eat rockets. You tell us about intelligent stuff. Oh,
tank,
is the
not
Shigefusa.
tank, regular tank, or mini tank.
There's one mini tank.
One mini tank.
Three of the regular tanks.
Really hard to come by, so we decided to do a raffle. There's a link in description. Put your name there if you want to buy any of these knives. Indicate which knife. Is there an option type of stuff when you go to the link? Like you choose.
Nathan.
Yeah, you select which knives you want.
Okay, you get to select maybe a drop down menu to select which knife
Yeah,
you'd
you
like to
check off-
purchase.
You check off each one that you're interested in.
Oh, okay.
And the winner of the raffle.
We'll have 24 hours. We'll announce the winner on the first day of the garage sale, Monday, week from now. And the winner will have 24 hours to purchase. We have 3 tanks, regular tanks like these, and 1 Shigefusa Kita Eji 300mm Yanagi. This comes with Saya too.
Real quick.
I'm glad you showed them the box because that's the exciting part. Look.
Right? Yeah.
What's the thing?
Ooh, a box.
Tinker tank is made out of Aogami Super with a stainless clad, forged by Ikeda-san, Takumi Ikeda, and it is forged quite a bit different way than the many so-called takefu style forging. Leaves the edge, the spine really thick, and forges into really nice taper here, and also forges the taper into here. It's more like a 3D forging technique where a lot of times the in takefu they try to make it as thin as possible, right? So it's very unique way of forging the steel. And Ikeda-san, when I talked to him about this, it's a little bit of challenge, right? But
Well, it's a much wider blade than he normally
Yeah, he
makes.
has
Like, this
to.
is the biggest thing he makes.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of challenge. So
Ikeda-san forges them. Shibata-san grinds them.
yeah,
And
and
engraves them and handles and polishes the
spine and
the
choil.
spine and the choil are polished too.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a rustic blade, but they've done little refinements to just make it cool.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we get a lot of knives to our hands. I
Mhm.
get to see a lot of stuff. Those ones are just cool. Like the Tinker knives are just cool. That's it. They're cool. They're well made. They're a great knife. Blah 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 blah. But they just got a cool factor
Yeah,
that I
absolutely.
like. So that's great. I have to admit,
Mhm.
I have a tank. You know, I have a tank.
Yeah.
I got it in a very strange roundabout way. But I feel like telling all of you because maybe we should make a video about it. But I feel like telling all of you because I know that sometimes customers will chip their knife, and I chipped mine. Chipped my tank.
How?
I have a lot of flowers at the house. I like to keep cut flowers in the house. I used to live when I lived in London. I used to live beside a flower market. So twice a week I'd get flowers, and I really liked it. So I just kind of continue that. I just kind of get flowers whenever I feel like it. And you know, after a couple of days, you want to cut the stems and put them back in the water, and they live longer. And I cut through the flower stems. It was fine, but then there was some of that greenery, and it was like really woody stem, and it wasn't cutting. And instead of grabbing like something intelligent, like shears, like pruning shears, which is the knife for the job, I used my tank and I whacked at it until I chipped the blade. Yeah.
Here's a good reminder, everyone.
So what I'm just trying to say is that I'm an idiot sometimes too. So if you've chipped your blade recently, just go, even Kevin, who knows something about this stuff, does it too.
Just a good reminder. Don't use the kitchen knife to do not the kitchen job.
Yeah. The knives are built for cutting food. So cut food with them.
Yeah.
Not wood.
Yeah. Not a wood.
Such an idiot.
It did look like some hatchets, but it's not. It's a kitchen.
Yeah, maybe you can take that one back to Shibata-san because you're off to Japan here right away.
Yeah.
Maybe you can take it back to Shibata and ask him if he could grind it for me, because I will not do a good job as he does.
Make a restoration video for YouTube.
Shibata-san fixing my stupidity. All right,
Yeah.
moving on.
Alrighty.
I understand that there might be more questions. Nathan's got a Q&A in here, a speed Q&A. But if that's not the thing, we can talk about Morataka.
Yeah, we just had a couple quick ones. Ben Sheps was asking, when gifting with a Furoshiki or Tenugui, are you supposed to return, or is that a gift as well?
I'll gift them.
I would say it's a
it's
gift
a
as
part
well.
of gift, yeah. And just tell them the story, right? This is the kind of piece of fabric. It's not just for the wrapping, right? So yeah, that's a great addition to that gift, I think.
Well, and the thing is too, you can receive it as a gift, and then you can wrap it and give it on as a gift too.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just, I love the idea because there's just less waste. We've got a lot of garbage in this world, and it's nice to have just less waste.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool. He said Furoshiki, not Fundoshi. Totally a different thing, as we discussed earlier.
And Kim was asking when we're going to open a physical shop in Toronto.
Kim, we were supposed to open a shop in Toronto in spring of 2020. But do you remember what happened in the spring of 2020? It was pretty disastrous. So the plan is now we want to open a shop in the spring of 2023. So we've been stockpiling inventory for it. We've got furniture being made for it right now. It's all happening. I just don't know where the shop is going to be, and I haven't signed a lease yet. So Kim, if you can tell us, it was Kim, right? Kim, if you can tell us, or if anybody in Toronto, tell us where you think we should put a store. Where should we open Knifewear that you think would be a clever move? There, let us know what you think, and that helps us out quite a bit. So thank you for that.
Awesome. Well, yeah, we do, as you mentioned, have a video about the Moratakas from our film Springhammer. So we'll play that and then show off some.
I guess, yeah, the Morataka video is coming up, and it's from our film Springhammer. So about 10 years ago now, we made a couple of films called Springhammer 1 and creatively called Springhammer 2 with our friend Kevin Coswin up in Edmonton. And it was you, me, and Kevin that made the films. And I think they turned out great. I think it gave a real good look. The first one gives a real good look in kind of like the past, present, and future of blacksmithing in Japan. And the second one dives deeper into how to make a knife, right? And they look good. They sound good. I'm really proud of them. I think they still stand up. I think they still look great now. So here's a little clip from the Morataka family. Interesting thing to know about the Moratakas is they've been a blacksmithing family since the year 1293. So what's that, 730 something years that they've been blacksmiths in Kyushu down in Kumamoto area. So here, let's look at the clip.
代々、刀鍛冶の家系で、大体720年ぐらい、続いております。江戸初期に、今現在細川山最高について現在のこの社に来たようですね。それからこちらで刀を作ってたんでしょうけど、
しかしうちは今から私からすれば、江戸時代の末期中左衛門源盛高がこの刀を本業とするだとそういう戒めがございまして、それからいろいろ刃物作りの方に。
もう江戸期になってからは世の中が平和になってますから、刀だけでは当然生活できなかったでしょうね。ですから刀を作ったり一般的刃物を作ったりでずっとやってきたと思います。包丁を、専門にやり始めて、海外に販売するようになって現在に至っております。
They will take a bar of steel, heat it up in the oven, get a special tool. They'll split this steel open, not unlike a hot dog bun. So they won't cut it all the way through, just split it open.
もともとその鋼が持っている力ですね。それを出すためには、直関節が一番いいと思っているものですから。 これにこだわってやっておりますね。でそれもうちは今鋼の種類は青紙2号と青紙スーパーですが、青紙2号に関しては、自家単接されるところもあると思うんですが、青紙スーパーに関してはこれやっぱ非常に難しいですね。単接を良くするためには温度を上げた方がいいんですが、温度を上げると青紙スーパーはですね、腰のように割れるんですよね。
And then they'll slide their very hard steel down the center and fold this back up. And then hammer it, forge weld it together so they've got a 3-layer piece of steel, and they'll use that piece of steel to make a knife. Some people will buy the steel pre-laminated.
で割れるかつくかつかないかのギリギリの温度で単接をします。それがいいのは鋼のためには温度を上げたらやっぱり鋼の中から炭素量が抜け出るんですよね。その抜け出るのを少なくすることと、鋼を疲れさせないようにはもう自家単接がいいと思ってこれだけはもう続けておりますね。
しかし今鍛冶屋さんがその技術をしないんですよ。自分のところで鋼を鉄に入れるのがですね、もう全部今既製品で最初からもう鍛冶屋さんがただこの最初からできたやつを叩いてるだけ。だからそういった今そういった技がないんですよ。
All right. Okay, I love that clip. I love that clip for a lot of reasons. One, I've been to that forge in their house so many times it feels like my home in Japan. 2, that young man that was in the video was me. So clearly the last 10 years of clean living have not been kind to me. So that's a bit of a wake-up call. So maybe I better clean up my act. That sucked. Wow.
The ghost of Kevin Pass.
Wow. I was clean cut and just young. Just young. I've aged 20 years in the last 10.
Right?
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
And it's good to see them talking about the swords, right?
Oh, and also
we got to talk about that now. If you just tell me right now, because I'm excited.
So this whole series is made with the Aogami Super Blue Carbon Steel with the carbon steel forge welded in-house. That one in particular is the special Ishime version of the Aogami Super with Honetsuki.
Yeah.
Right?
Can we just back that up, Nathan? Is there a chance we can back that up, the Honetsuki part?
It might crash. But...
well, we'll see. Oh, there it is. There's the Honetsuki.
Yeah.
So I think Morataka-san makes the best chicken knives or Honetsukis around. And the Ishime is never made with Aogami Super except for, I don't know, a dozen of these?
I have to see the number. I
Anyway,
don't remember.
Not many of them. So if you want an Aogami Super Honetsuki from Morataka Ishime, that's the one there. That's pretty exciting.
I really like the when they were talking about the forge welding Aogami Super is not really a thing not other people would do.
That's right.
We usually get our regular Ishime version with the regular Aogami number 2.
Yeah.
The one with the gold stickers means they use the Aogami Super. They're so proud of using Aogami Super and being able to forge weld in-house. There aren't, as far as I know, there aren't that many who forge welds the Aogami Super in-house. In-house basically, I mean.
Fujiwara does.
Yeah, that's it. Not that many.
Yeah, Fujiwara, Morataka. No, I'm just trying to think of because we carry Aogami Super from a lot of people.
Yeah.
And there's not many that forge weld it.
No.
Right.
And as he was mentioning, it's really hard, the temperature controls and stuff. He was saying, Aogami number 2 is, it's fine. Aogami Super, like once it exceeds the heat tolerance, it just crumbles.
Yeah, it's super tricky.
Yeah.
And I like how they talk about swords there because they can, because they're what, 32 generations now?
No, 27.
27 generations. 27 generations. I've been lying to you guys. So 27 generations of blacksmiths in that family. And they can trace their history, like of each of their master blacksmiths with a sword. They said they're missing a few. And I think Akiko was telling me that one of them, I think she said they're missing 3. Do you know about this?
No.
They're missing 3 from their collection of like their ancestors. 1 is in a local museum. 1 or 2 is in a local museum that they could recall if they wanted to, but they just leave them there. And 1's just Like we've been out there playing with the knives and they have swords and they go, oh, this is a 500-year-old sword. And they're like, this is a really busy time. And the sword is just kind of, you could tell it was made quickly. It was very heavy and bent and dinged up because it had seen, battle. And then he, of course, Morataka will bring out the knife. He says, this is made by my father. And this is art, because this isn't a weapon. Right? This is just art, because there was no need for making swords then. So it's interesting how they changed to kitchen knife making much earlier than a lot of the blacksmiths in Japan. A lot of the blacksmiths went from swords to kitchen knives after World War II. They weren't allowed to make weapons anymore. Iwasaki-san says that him and his father changed from sword making to razors because they wanted to make a blade of peace, right? So they went with razors. But the Moratakas, Sky brought me more coffee again. I love Sky. Thank you, Sky. Thank you. So it was really exciting to see them talk about their sword history, because I've played chopping swords in their backyard and going through their old historic swords. It's so much fun.
Yes, I know. I get to hold some of the very historic piece. Like they're not only making swords, but they were making some of the spears as well. And I get to kind of.
Well, they've got that one in their dining room for home defense.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is. It's like this. Every home would have had one of these, and they still do. It's like I think in English we call it a halberd. Do nerds that play D&D know about this? Is that the word? It's like a spear that's got like a poke, but it's also got like a
like a long pike.
Trident.
No, it's like a
big curved.
It's like a big curved blade that's kind of on top of the spear. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It just
it's naginata in Japanese.
What's it called?
Naginata. It's
Naginata. Okay.
Like the swords on top of the super long. Yeah.
And he showed me how to dance around with it. It's like, oh no, Morataka-san. He was dancing around with it in the house and showing me how to use it as a weapon and as a dance tool. And then he was saying also that it was designed for women to use as defense in the home, because they could just like hack and slash away, because they're like such a nasty shaped item that you it didn't matter how you're going to get hit with it. It's going to hurt. It's going to dissuade you from wanting to come into the house. So don't break into their house. They're fully armed, and they know what they're doing. Yeah. They're ready to roll.
They're fully armed. Yeah. Well, Nathan, there seems like there's another last sponsor that we need to talk about.
This is our biggest sponsor. This is
biggest
the last
sponsor.
one for today.
Okay.
You ready?
All right.
Sure.
Let's see what else you guys have cooked up.
Are you the kind of man that burns his fingies getting crispy bacon out of a hot pan? Are you the type of man that struggles to cradle his infant child while preparing dinner for his family? Do your manly bare mitts get stuck trying to get Pringles out of a can? Why do they put them chips in that can anyway? I never really understood. Isn't that can for tennis balls? Well, partner, you need King Tong, the only tweezers designed by men for men. With these stainless steel culinary tweezers, you can now get bacon out of a pan burn-free. You can get your favorite chips out of a tennis ball can. You can hammer nails into the wall. You can even prepare dinner while cradling your infant child. King Tong, manly man tweezers for men, or women, or non-binary people. I don't really care.
Oh God, I'm glad it was inclusive at the end. It's not just for men;
Yeah,
it's for people of any gender.
Yeah.
King Tong.
Now available online. King.
God, who pays these people to do this? Shit. I like that you can use it to get them rotten potato chips out of that tennis ball can, or to use it while holding your infant. That was a stunt baby. Fully trained stunt baby. No babies were hurt or even endangered.
Yeah.
It was a stunt baby.
Yeah.
No, that baby's 47 years old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Baby was called Benjamin Button. Which, by the way, is a film about a man who ages backwards. Into a little baby. He turns from George Clooney to Brad Pitt to a baby.
Are they more friends, George Clooney?
I just made up the George Clooney part.
Okay. Here,
King
there's
Tong.
the King
There you
Tong.
go. We've got tongs. Apparently, they're $29 on our website. And you can do a lot. Look what you can do. You can pick up rockets, my favorite Halloween candy. You can pinch Naoto when he's far away. You can pick up his pen and his script. And you could hold I don't know. Just that's a thing. There you go.
You can hold the cucumbers.
King
yeah.
Tongs.
Yeah, King Kong.
Who writes that?
Well,
is there any questions? Was there a speed round of Q&A, or are we just going to a speed round of knives?
We got a few questions for the end of the show.
Okay.
But none that we have to address right at this moment.
Okay, let's do a speed round.
A knife speed round. This is my favorite because you guys have made videos of these knives, and you've given us somewhere between 12 and 20 seconds to talk about the knife, and we have to stop talking exactly when the knives change.
All righty.
Do I get to do the first one?
Yes.
Okay, first one. What do we got there? Looks like Takamura. Yes, Takamura Chromax Petty. Chromax steel, stainless, and I think...
Semi-stainless.
Oh, semi-stainless.
Yes.
Okay, but also a little bit more robust. I don't think these chip quite as nearly as easily, in my opinion. And for $160 for a handmade knife from Takamura-san next.
Ikeda-san, we haven't seen his knives for a little while. The Aogami #2 with stainless clad, easy to take care of. It's got a really beautiful hammer patterns and also really nicely made rosewood handle.
It says
as
Andrew,
well.
you said Ikeda.
Yes, Andrew is the company's name.
The brand name.
Yes.
Also the man.
Yes.
But Ikeda-san has taken over.
Next.
Oh, that purple handle. Oh my God. So that Niagara SG2 Kutsuke, I actually have that same knife, but I don't have that cool purple handle. There's one of those. Again, have you seen what I've done with my nails? Do you like those? That handle's crazy. I want that knife. There's also a Denka with a pink handle that I want.
They're sitting in the
It's
back.
right behind us.
This is the one of the Tsunehisa knives made out of VG1. It's another stainless steel. It's pretty good. It's quite hard as the VG10, and also so it keeps the edge really nicely. Fantastic price.
$98.
Yeah, less than 100.
Oh my God. Morataka W2, so white carbon 2 Morataka Petty. I have to admit, 2 knives from him. I've got the ATS 34 Gyuto, and I just got a 240 Gyuto of his Damascus knives. I'm a huge fan of Morataka's knives, and I still want to talk about them even though it's gone. The Morataka knives, I love them. Get one. There's only 3 of the Damascus ones called N left because I stole one already. Sorry. No.
So Kurosaki Senko, it's got a really nice flashy and a handle. It's like bowling ball handle. It's really nice and thin. R2 stainless steel keeps the edge really nice and comes with the blade guard.
Oh, comes with blade guard. It says Kurosaki. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, Homura Guren. I don't know how many of these we got. I know that we've also got some of the. I hope there's some of the. Oh, there's no 210 Gyutos?
There may be. Yeah.
I hope there is, because that's what I really wanted. But these are made by Doi-san, Doi Jr., and I love that burnt oak handle. I love these knives. They just feel like they've got potential to work really well. Sorry.
We did talk about the Shinkiro earlier, the favorite knife. This is 210. Beautiful. Like the shinogi line is so nice and straight. It's got really nice bevel to it. Shiny. It's really, really, really well made. Like
you pick it up and you know.
Exactly, right?
Like it's one of those where you like hold it and you're like, man, that's a nice knife. Morataka, we talked about them. This is Chikubocho, 180 millimeter. I will probably be grabbing one of these in the sale. Like I know we got a number of them, and I hope they survive the first day because I want to grab one of these for myself, for my collection. I've wanted a Chikubocho from them for years, and that's going to be the one.
Oh, this one is the new line from Makoto Kurosaki, the older brother of Kurosaki's. This is made with the VG10W, the new type of stainless steel. It's like VG10, but then tungsten in it. Anyways, beautiful Damascus on the top part, but it's got a really weird finish on the bevel.
We were looking at that. I don't know how we did that. No. We got to look at that more.
Right. Oh, this one here is the Hinokuni, or the Sakai-san in the Kumamoto. He does the forge welding in-house, white carbon #1 with the, so it's really nice Kyushu style Kuroichi with that enough exposure on the core. It's like really fantastic, thin knife.
What's that guy? He's gonna be on it.
Sakai Takayuki ZA18 Ginga Ginga means galaxy. It's the ZA18 is a
My
type
new
of
favorite word.
steel. Yeah, the galaxy. But the it's like a VG10 stainless steel. Beautiful handle on wench and a beautiful Damascus.
Hey, Naoto.
Galaxy again now, though?
Galaxy.
So Ginga means galaxy.
Ginga.
Are those galaxy jeans you're wearing? Are those Ginga jeans?
Ginga
Tsunehisa, all the Tsunehisa knives are on sale, 20% off for the garage sale, 20% off. This is the VG10 Petty. It's only $114. It looks the part. It looks cool. I actually gave that to somebody as a wedding gift recently.
Oh, this is Sakai Takayuki, the Aogami. Hand-forged Aogami carbon steel model from the Sakai Takayuki. Really nice fit and finish. It's all carbon steel, so it's a little bit more, you have to take care of them, but it's like fit and finish is really nice. Nice thin blade, and tapers it very
Well,
good
it's
as well.
Takayuki, so they're all just quality. I love these. I love these whale knives. We talked about them before. They were 67, but we bought a bunch of them. They're $45 now. So easy to make a steak knife set out of them. Oh, that was fast.
Kyohei Shindo, relatively young blacksmith in Tosa, born and raised in Hokkaido, went to Okinawa, like all the way down south for the university, and he wanted to become a blacksmith and looking for a place to be one, and happened to be a Tosa was looking for some blacksmith. So
he's seen all of Japan. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Left-handed debas.
Yeah.
This is it. Listen, if you're a lefty, you know that left-handed debas are hard to find. This is a left-handed deba. The price is crazy because usually left-handed debas are 30% more money, or 50, or double.
It's not really well made.
And
too.
that one's a really well made and
Troll Killer, Yuto, 240. So yeah, this here you go. We become speechless. It's really well made. It's look at how he puts that little.
No, so I want that knife so badly. Actually, I just want to talk about that some more. Yeah, this was nice. We talked about that before. That Troll Killer is $4,000.
Yeah.
I want it. It's expensive, but no, it's not expensive. It just costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It costs a lot of money, but it's
my
really
God, I want that knife.
how it's made. It's like, and you saw how
I've
where
never
it
seen a knife
started,
that looks
right?
like that. I've never seen a knife that looks like that.
Oh,
That's
here's
wild.
Muchen's knife again.
Oh, Muchen, we talked about this.
Yeah.
This is Santoku, $336. Again, quietly classy, quietly confident. There's nothing flashy about this. It's just a really well-made knife. Like you look at it and you can't find a flaw in any of them.
Oh, this is a Manaka's N. The and the same knife as the Kevin's got. The little bit of fancier looking handle.
Yeah, I got a boring handle on mine. I like my boring handle.
Yeah, but it's a hand-folded Damascus on the blade. I'm excited to actually see him again soon.
I love that.
This
knife.
is Kato AS with Damascus. You can see them a little bit.
A little bit
right?
Damascus in the where it's
so
round.
there's no it's all carbon steel, right?
Yeah.
That's really well made with the stabilized maple. It's really smooth and it's got a little.
You know what? These handles are great.
Yeah.
Like they're smooth, they feel good in your hand, and I like the little mosaic pin in them. This is from Saji-san.
Yeah.
This is a VG10 Santoku.
Yeah. It's Shinju means brass. So he's got the brass kind of folded into the Damascus nickel layer of Damascus. Makes it
just
like
looks
really
cool.
nice color.
It just looks
gold.
cool.
Yeah.
Saji's good about that. He knows how to make really cool stuff.
He likes that too.
Yeah.
Ginsan Ginyo. This is the this is for the Yaoji, right? He specializes in the single bevel knives, but someone convinced him to make the double bevel. It's got a tsuchime pattern.
You have to see that one in.
Yeah.
Like it. Okay, it looks 30 times better than that picture. That picture is great. I've got this knife. I got two of these knives. That's a 270. Okay, these are from Kato-san, SG2 powder steel. They stay sharp for a long time. They're super thin, super light. Super thin means it just cuts like a laser. I have this one with this handle. I've also got one with what we call the bowling ball handles. Those really smooth. And there's a tank at the end.
There's a tank at the end.
Yeah, if you want a chance to buy one of the 3 Tinker tanks or the one mini tank or that Shigefusa, if you want a chance to buy those, enter the raffle. We'll draw the names. We draw your name. We'll send you an email. We'll announce it on Monday when we do the live garage sale show, which is a week from today.
Okay. Yeah.
and then you'll have the opportunity to buy it. If you buy it within 24 hours, it's yours. If you ignore us for 24 hours, we will draw another name and give it to that person.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's your chance to like skip the 500-person waiting list
So
and get a knife.
Knifewear Garage Sale is going to
Yes.
start on Monday next week at 8 a.m. Mountain Time. So shop opens or the online store opens at 8 a.m. Mountain Time. Stores, Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Ottawa, they all open at 10 a.m. local time.
Yep.
So they're usually usually see some like lineup of people, but be there a little early if you want to see something cool. We do have some exclusive stocks, inventories for each stores, especially for the first day. So if you go,
it's exclusive to the store. So if you see something that's on the online store that you really want, you can order it online first thing. The really rare and the really cool stuff goes fast. Like those two troll killer knives, I know they're $4,000 and $4,500. They will be gone, I guarantee, in the first 10 minutes of Monday. Well, when I say first 10 minutes, I mean the first minute. Like they will be gone as soon as the sale goes live. So if you're after something like that, just hit it as hard as you can, right? Just go.
Yeah.
If I know a lot of people that are kind of savvy about our garage sale, they'll go and look and try to buy online first. And if there's one knife you want, just pay for it immediately. It doesn't matter if it's in your basket. It can be in 10 carts. It's the first person that actually finishes paying for it that gets it, right? So get in there, snipe the ones you want, and then go to the shop. That's what a lot of like savvy customers do. Is they hit up both, right? They get what they can online, they go to the shop and see what's exclusive there. So that's my advice if you're after something really exclusive, like all the one-of-a-kind stuff, like the Morataka N, like the Damascus one I have, the troll killers that we saw, stuff like that. Like they're just going to go, right? They just go immediately. The trick is put in your basket, pay for it as fast as you can.
Yeah, we'll do more Q&A session on this coming Friday at 2 p.m. We'll be able to talk a lot more about the in-depth. There are a few other items that we would like to talk about later this week. So
yeah, we're gonna go through every single knife in the sale, right?
Yeah.
What? Okay, crazy. And on Friday, that's you and I again?
I'm in there probably.
Okay, well I'll be there too.
Sure.
I'll bring beer if we're going through every single knife. We're gonna have too much beer.
Yeah.
It'll be really funny by the end. It's funny for us.
On the first day, the Monday at 8 a.m., we'll do the marathon live stream. Lots of Q&As, but a little bit more structured. We'll have the programs like a cooking.
We have some cooking. I think we have a chicken boning butchery.
Yep.
We've got indoor fireworks.
Yep.
Do you know the difference between indoor fireworks and outdoor fireworks?
Whether you do it indoors or outdoors?
Yeah. So we've got indoor fireworks. We'll clear out the rest. We'll clear out everybody except Nathan. We'll make him shoot them off. And as they ricochet off the walls, we hope he doesn't get hit. But if it's Nathan, it's fine. There'll be trick bike riding demonstrations on my penny farthing huge bone shaker bike. So there'll be trick riding. Tiffany's going to show us how to chop wood, and I hear that she's bringing in a harp to sing us some proto-punk songs with her electric harp. I made that part up too.
Which half of them are not true, but
some of these things won't happen.
Some things.
We're trying to get someone to come in to play some songs, though. I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna see if I can roll some kind of a fun musician in here to play a song for us. And toward the end, when Naoto and I have been drinking beer again, I don't know. Maybe you'll get to see what lunch we're having. Maybe we'll talk about the lunches we brought. I brought beets with smoked fish. What did you have for lunch today?
That sounds good. Had a Chinese chicken rice.
It smelled good. Yeah. I bit my lip right before we went on live.
Did it taste good?
It was terrible. Why? My mouth has eaten so many things in its life, and it forgets sometimes. And I just like chomp hard on my. Oh, it's terrible. Anyway, Monday, Friday. So Friday coming up, we're gonna have a big thing. Monday, we're gonna have the live marathon. Ask us questions. Figure out what you want to buy. We're here to help you buy the thing that you want. And I believe that Nathan excuse me, has curated some questions
Mhm.
from the last
I'm-
hour and
I'm
44
just
minutes.
Remind everybody real quick about the Shigefusa and Tank raffle. Link in the comments or link in the description.
And now we're supposed to start this at 3:40. We're only 4 minutes overdue. We're only 4 minutes late. That's not bad, because I was feeling very
No, it's
naughty today.
That's including the 5-minute countdown. You're a minute early.
Whoa. Ah.
If I had a pair of King Tongs, I would celebrate with those. I would eat chips. I would eat chips out of a tennis ball.
Oh yeah,
can.
just eat the rockets with the King Kong.
Oh, I like a rocket. I like it. Today's Halloween, as you can tell. I'm Nathan Garrow, dressed as Kevin Kent, and this is Sky, dressed as Nelson.
Yeah.
So so thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
And apparently now we're going to answer questions, but I still don't see any questions from Nathan. So maybe there is one.
Yeah. Okay. So
Antler Man.
Antler Man. He's got a petty, Nikiri, and a German chef's knife. I think the next knife should be a Gyuto.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Unsure if Kiritsuki or just more of a Gyuto.
It's really personal. The Kiritsuki looks cool, kick ass. I think it's different enough, from because he's got the German chef knife.
Yeah. Do you know what? Get Kiritsuki.
Yeah.
Now, Kiritsuki and a Gyuto. Excuse me. You talk now.
Yeah, Kiritsuki and Gyuto. Traditionally, it was different.
There we go.
But especially last 10 years, as the Japanese knives become so much more popular in North American or the market outside of Japan, the difference between Kiritsuke and Gyuto, it become more like just the tip, the shape of the tip.
Yeah,
it was
so-
different before, but yeah, now it's like just a look.
If you like that shape at the front, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Get one. Be aware that Bunka shape and Kiritsuke shape, the tip is much more fragile than a typical Gyuto, and you'll break the tip off. And I don't mean like you might. I mean, you will at times break the tip off. I have with all of my Kiritsukes. These things happen. These things happen.
Yeah. Timmy Treetop is looking for a pretty petty, and should probably just tune in Friday when we're unboxing all the knives.
Yeah.
But Naoto, do you have one top of mind that you'd recommend?
Right now.
There's that.
Tsunehisa?
There's a Takamura. There's Takamura
Takamura
Chromax,
Chromax is really
which
good.
I think is really beautiful, and I like that handle, and I like just the look of that knife.
How thin,
and Takamura just makes great knives.
how thin the blade is, just amazing, right?
Yeah.
But definitely tune in Friday.
Yeah, tune in Friday, and you'll see all the knives we unbox, and you'll get to ask questions.
There are even like a few. It's not unrelated to petty, but there are even few one of a kind knives that we haven't really talked about.
Oh, I know. I know there's a few things in there that I know are coming up that I'm excited by, and I know there's some surprises that Naoto has bought that I know nothing about.
So Kevin is wondering when Kevin will be coming by the Vancouver store.
Well, Kevin, I will be by the Vancouver store. Oddly enough, I will be by on November 27th.
There you go.
I'll be fresh off a plane from Australia, so I'll be at my super tip-top smartest. Tip-top smartest, because I find when I leave on Saturday afternoon from Adelaide and then land earlier than when I took off, but it's 25 or 27 hours later, I find that I'm at my best. So I should be a right disaster. So November 27th, I'll see you at the Vancouver store. Bring a coffee.
I think Kevin actually roast coffee and was going to bring some roasted coffee. So
Kevin, bring me coffee. Yes, I will need coffee that day.
So Kim, who asked about Toronto, said either downtown or west side is recommended.
Kim, how do you feel about Leslieville? I think it's really cute, and I get nobody crosses the Don Valley Parkway, I'm told. But I just think it's a really cute area, and I think it'd be a nice place for our staff to live to and affordable. So let me know, Kim, what you think of that. But thank you for downtown or west side.
And then the Toronto conversation sparked a whole bunch of comments saying, come to Montreal next.
Oh, Montreal's
Knifewear
hard.
London, England.
Oh, yes. I
Winnipeg,
used to live in
Texas,
London. I would love to open a shop in London.
And then Victoria.
Oh, I spent a lot of time in Victoria. I can go to
USA.
Victoria.
USA.
USA is a different country.
And then Go
London
Cook
is
said
too.
the next raffle should be for the.
Okay, Coco Fiasco, we'll do that. A lottery. Customers choose where is the next Knifewear store going.
Let's throw darts at the map.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced that's the best
The
business
map,
move.
yeah.
I'm not convinced that's the best move.
Shane Fleming said, "What recipe would let me cut up the most stuff to use my knives?"
Oh, well, if you wanted to make onion soup, you're going to cut a lot of onions, and that's pretty good. Rob, who used to work with, you remember Rob, who used to work with us? Every time he got a knife, he made fajitas.
Oh,
Because he got to cut up a lot of food. I think cabbage is always good. If I buy a chikabocho, I always make coleslaw.
the
I cut cabbage.
okonomiyaki is really good.
No, it's not.
It's good.
I don't like okonomiyaki.
You get to cut a lot of
I know,
cabbage.
but it's not good because it doesn't taste nice.
It's fantastic.
It's not good.
It's fantastic. Kevin doesn't like any floury stuff from Japan, like takoyaki and okonomiyaki and the monjaki that looks like a puke, but it doesn't taste like a puke.
What is that?
Monja? Monja.
Munja.
Monja.
I don't
It
remember.
tastes
What's
good.
munja?
I don't think you've ever eaten because you don't like the half cooked the flour.
Oh, I don't
but
don't like okonomiyaki. It's this gross sauce they put on it, and I don't like takoyaki because they're like little dough balls. They're like a pancake, okay, that's been deep fried, but
Not
the
deep- not deep fried.
inside, no, but it's like it's deep fried. Well, round, listen,
yeah.
they're round,
Oh.
and inside they have molten lava and a chewy piece of octopus, which is the best part. And then they put on the gross sauce from okonomiyaki, and it's terrible. And people just go on and on about how great they are. And I get that I'm the only one that doesn't like these two things, but they're gross. So you can't make me eat them.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't like any gooey stuff.
That's
Although
that's not true.
you said it's not uncooked.
Well, it's
before.
just those ones. Those. Well, I think. Yeah. What's the
That's
what's the temperature of takoyaki?
Yeah, that's
It's just like, whew, it's like eating lava.
It's good. It's good.
It's
Anyways,
terrible.
Okay,
Anyways.
so Kevin said those big tweezers are good for putting stuff into deep aquariums. So Kevin, maybe use them for your fish tank.
Iwagumi nature aquariums. I don't know what that means. I've just got into the aquarium game. I've got a whole bunch of cichlids and barbs and silver dollars. I got like a stuffed community tank full of really cool stuff in these aquariums. It's so much fun.
So
I
think
watch
these
the
ones,
fish.
These ones are like little forests. That
But
build.
you're talking about like a planted one, like
Yeah,
with
they're pretty cool.
tropical
They
plants.
got like moss and like
Yeah, that's
mold
pretty
on it.
wild.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Mine have fish in it and plastic plants.
Joycey said, trying to picture a badass Fujiwara sign using his Denko with a pink handle. I think you'd love that.
Listen, here, this is what I'll tell you about Fujiwara-san. I asked him about cooking with these knives and everything, and he just laughed at me. He says, I don't cook anything. I'm a man. I don't cook anything. Because he's of a certain generation. So, yeah, I don't, but see, I don't think pink has a connotation in Japan as
It does.
being, oh, it does?
it does.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, it does. I like pink stuff. You throw a pink handle on a knife or a red handle, I'm there.
Yeah, that's why I put the pink handle on the jar.
You're such a jerk.
Yeah,
I already have that knife, but without a pink handle.
right.
No, I won't do it with a pink handle.
Oh.
Oh, I love pink
I
handle
forgot to
knives.
fill it.
Kevin just wants somebody, not you, Kevin, other Kevin, says he just wants somebody to talk to him the way Kevin talks about knives.
Oh, Kevin.
Put that in your Tinder bio.
Kevin Berger, I'll talk about you like that. I will. If you bring me coffee on November 27th, after I get off my flight from Australia,
Well, he says,
I will need a coffee.
Bring you fresh roasted coffee that he promised you on Instagram a few years ago.
Oh, you're a good human. You're a good human. I've been waiting. I've been upset for years now. I remember that day. I was really upset. No, I'm joking. I'm excited. Cool, man. Thanks.
John May said, here's a question. Are Shibata and Ikeda still making those shark teeth debas, or is it all tanks all the time?
So the shark teeth debas are actually Yaoji Shibata game.
I didn't know that.
Oh, deba was, yeah,
I didn't
single
know
bevel.
that.
Yeah, it's
I
single
thought
bevel.
Ikeda was just
No.
because I haven't known Ikeda to make single bevels ever.
No, that was Yaoji.
Okay.
I think as Yaoji-san started his own workshop, like started we see, and also trying to make the double bevel like the Hatsukokuro Ginyo and stuff like that. I don't know if he's making that many shark teeth. Though there is got a news from Shibata-san. He was making that's new shape.
You're not going to tell us, are you?
You know that
I
shape.
know
Yeah.
about it. I'm just trying to help the customers out, man. Because sometimes
So
you
there's a
just
new
want to
shape.
tease
Yes, I
people,
know.
but then you don't give
teasing.
them the thing.
I'm teasing, and I was
Are you
going to
give
say.
them the thing? Are you going to give them the thing?
Yeah.
Give them
We
the
don't
thing.
have them here, but
Well,
so
then don't
he's.
give them the thing.
Well,
Okay,
it's
give
not
them the
here
thing.
yet. Yeah, here we go. So
It's coming.
they're making this shape called Barracuda. Barracuda. It's like
My favorite song by a band called Heart.
Oh.
It's the only song I can name by them.
Okay.
So it has to be my least favorite as well.
So what it is that Western style Honesuki. Looks like more like this. Remember the saber teeth that we had?
Listen, I've seen that. I know what you're talking about.
I've seen that.
That's going to be awesome. That's going to be a crazy awesome knife.
It
I
may
should
arrive
probably.
like
I'm going to text Shiba and say I want one for myself.
it may arrive like in the middle of garage, maybe.
Whoa. Oh, well, you know what things are in boats and stuff right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing about garage sale. It starts Monday, but we order a lot of things, and sometimes things just arrive late. And when I say sometimes, I mean every single sale, things arrive late. So we're going to have another show on the Thursday of the sale where we just show all the stuff that's just arrived because there's always late stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
that'll be on
we're
Thursday.
Just gonna announce if those knives show up by then. We're just gonna announce when they're live on the website. If you tune in, at some point we'll just say, "Okay, now you can get one."
I don't know if you can hear the voice that's shouting in the back, but Nathan's saying that if those Tinker knives arrive before the sale, we'll make an announcement on one of our live things, and we'll probably even send out an email that tells people these knives will be live on the website on this day at this hour. So everybody can just pile in and elbow each other online elbowing, and snipe the knife you want.
Yeah,
so it'll be good.
Now, so you probably know the answer to this one. Will we have any 300 millimeter or longer knives? We have a bunch of 300 mils, right?
Yeah, we do. We have a bunch of 300 mil. There may be one or two 330.
Any 400s?
No.
Any 400 millimeter Nikiris?
If people go to the garage sale website page, they can probably sort by length.
Yes, they can.
That's right. So you can go to the garage sale website page, sort by length, and you'll be able to find all the things you want. But I'm sure there's not everything on there yet. I'm sure we're still taking photos as things arrive, and things will be added probably right up to like Monday morning. So there you go. Keep checking back.
Yeah. And tune in Friday because we'll be unboxing every single knife. So
That we have currently.
Yeah, that we have. That has showed up. Every knife we have physically. Hard to unbox the other one.
So Friday we're gonna have I'm gonna be so tired. Every knife. I have to have a nap halfway through. There's a lot of knives this time. It's actually a huge sale. I think it's probably our biggest selection. I think we have the most knives, and I think it's the most broad selection. Like the most I think we just have more of everything. So it's pretty exciting for us.
All right, now I got somebody looking for a Takeda. I think you know how they can get one.
We had a bunch of Takedas arrive recently.
Yeah.
And we sent out the emails to everybody waiting, and we sent out an email to everybody on our list that said Takedas are arriving. Please order one. If you're not on our mailing list, get on our mailing list because that's the sort of things you find out about. And that's the best way to get a Takeda, to be honest.
Yeah.
This person whose name I don't know how to pronounce is wondering why it's so hard to open a store in Montreal, Kevin.
Oh, well, look into the provincial language laws. There's a lot of and there's been some changes in the last year to language laws that have made things quite challenging. Give me time. I want to open a shop in Montreal. I love going to Montreal. My buddy Derek's got a really great restaurant called Maison Publique. I don't know if you've been now to it.
I have.
It's good, hey?
I have.
Oh, I know Derek from his London days.
Oh, nice.
He was Jamie Oliver's sous chef for years.
Oh.
But he's got a really great place called Maison Publique. And just to eat at his restaurant I'd like to open a store in Montreal just so I have an excuse to go there. So there we go.
Yes.
Montreal's coming. I just have to figure it out.
Complicated.
It's complicated.
Well, it's- a lot of our boxes don't even have English on them.
Well, that's it, right? So all of our, like
Yeah.
every single thing we sell has to be translated into French. Even the Japanese only boxes. We have to have a new website. We have to have it's just hard, but we can make it work. Just give me a while. I got to figure it out.
Kim said Leslieville is definitely more affordable, but less traffic / harder to access transit wise. There used to be a shop on that side, but they closed during the pandemic.
Yeah,
so
they did. So that's not a good example.
I'd recommend looking into Junction on the west side for a similar vibe.
I was at Junction last time I was in Toronto. I rode my bike through there. It reminded me a lot of Inglewood in Calgary, to be honest, with the road that was a lot busier though. So it's just kind of like a really busy road cutting through kind of a cute area. But yeah, Junction's cool. It's on the list for sure. So thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim.
Any Kurosaki, Fujin, or Raijin coming in, Naoto?
There are a few Fujins. Check the website out. There may be, can't remember if there are any Raijins, but there are definitely some Fujins in the boxes.
I ordered some Raijins that you might not know about, but I don't know if they're going to make it on time because I was kind of late.
Yeah.
Naoto does most of the ordering now, and sometimes I just order stuff behind his back and forget to tell him, and I get in trouble. And then he hits me with sticks and says things like, "Are you stupid?" And I say, "No, I'm just excitable." Sorry.
That's okay. Raijin's good.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys again on Friday, where we will do a unboxing and look at every single knife that's in the sale.
Yeah.
That we have currently.
Yeah.
And that'll be Friday, November 4th at 2 p.m. Mountain Time.
We'll have a lot more selection than you've seen on this live stream. So
tons more.
Yeah.
And by the end, we'll be drinking beer. So it might be really silly at the end. And since I didn't wear a costume for Halloween today, maybe I'll wear a costume for Friday. We should wear costumes. I'll dress as Naoto.
Not in November.
I'm gonna dress as Naoto. November 4th is actually Naoto Day in Japan. Everybody called Naoto. It gets their day in Japan on November 4th. Yeah.
Yeah, and if people want more previews, there's a video that came out on the channel this morning where Mike and Naoto talk about some of the other knives that we didn't.
Oh, cool. Cool. I haven't seen that one yet. So that's great. So Friday is you and I. Then the Monday coming up next week for the live is going to be you, me. I know that Mike's going to be involved. I think we'll probably wrangle Nathan in.
Yeah.
Might even make Sky stand in front of the camera.
Yeah.
I got a thumbs up. Sky's okay to be on the camera. That's great. I got a thumbs up. Look, I got a Band-Aid on my thumb. Yeah, I cut myself. I've chipped my knife and I've cut myself. These are two shameful things I have to admit. I've cut myself. I have a rusty knife at home and I've chipped a knife. Clearly, I'm human. So if you've done any of these things, don't feel bad. Even me, who maybe has some skills with these things, have done it. Naoto's never chipped his knife. If you ask him. The truth is he has.
Yes, I have. I have. Yes.
I know.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for watching.
All right. Thanks for
Anything
watching.
to add, Naoto?
I think that's good. We'll catch you guys later on Friday.
And remember, February 14th is coming up in a few short months. And in Japan, as Naoto has learned today, February 14th is Fundoshi Day.
And that makes
so we're going to do a video. We're going to do a video on February 14th to celebrate where Naoto and Mike practice tying and wearing fundoshis. So there you go. Something to look forward to, February 14th.